All right, if you found your way to this podcast, thank you. First of all, it's very niche. I know that. But hey, Broken Arrow, I just wanted to give a little bit of a background as to what the Best in BA brand is, how it started, who I am, and what are my goals with this? How can you help as a community? So, to make a long story short, my wife and I moved from Minneapolis to Broken Arrow in June. We didn't know anyone down here. We didn't have any family or any friends. And we're like, well, we got to get connected. We got to get plugged in. And I was running a digital marketing agency. And alongside that agency, I've always loved creating and sharing content. So I was sharing some videos on TikTok. And I went to Smashed BA in the Rose District. I went to the Rooftop Bar and Grill. Where else did I go? I popped into this thrift store called Thrift and Paw. And all of those videos, specifically the Smashed BA and then that thrift stores videos, blew up, at least to a degree that I thought was pretty cool, where a lot of people were like, I've never heard of that. I've never seen that. I'm going to go visit. And the owner of Smash Bar and Grill said to me, hey, people are coming in the door and saying they saw that video. And I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. It was the most tangible results I was able to find that were also organic. On the marketing side of things, it's often paid and it's often in front of your face on social media or wherever else you're browsing, right? Which is great. There's a reason for all of it. But I was like, I love the relational side of things. Fast forward, I was thinking about how else can we expand this in the community? How else can we kind of rally people? And then the idea came to me of a neighborhood best competition. I've seen them before in Minnesota. We had Minnesota's Best. In Oklahoma, I know you have Tulsa World's Best. All serve a function and they're great. I know that those brands specifically. So let's talk specifically about Minnesota's Best. So it's run by a magazine called the Star Tribune, which is a massive magazine in Minnesota, Minneapolis. And they do a great job at the competition come year end. But throughout the year, there's not much activity on the page. They are a magazine publication company, so that is sort of an award that they run at the end of the year, which is great. It's amazing that they do that for the community. It drives them a lot of money as well. So I was like, how can I do this here, but also continue it throughout the year? And we just ramped things up. We being myself, I was like, okay, we're going for it. And so I was just started putting it out on social media. I was like, Best in BA, designed the logo, came up with that. And I was like, cool, let's go for it. And I just started polling businesses. I nominated a few. I reached out to people in a networking group that I go to at a place called She Works off of New Orleans Square. And the nominations started rolling in. And we actually received 178 business nominations in the span of launching the brand and the idea to ending the nominations was probably about a month. And I was blown away. And the social medias throughout that time period were, it was well over 100,000 before the competition even started, impressions across Facebook and Instagram, which is incredible. I was like, man, people are bought in here. People really love their community. They really support each other. And then we built out the website and the voting platform. And, we did what we could to go out to some businesses and interview some business owners and try and share their stories. But looking back, I'm going to be honest, I didn't do as much as I wanted to. And I'm a little bit hard on myself, but at the same time, I have really big goals for this. I really want this brand, this business to have a tangible impact on the business community in Broken Arrow. That's why I've gone so narrow to just the city of Broken Arrow and not all of Tulsa and not further than that. I moved to Broken Arrow. I love Broken Arrow, and it is my home. And I've met so many amazing business owners since being here that are doing really well, but they could be doing better, that they could be getting more people in their door, and they just maybe need another outlet. So that's my heart behind it. And the competition itself, it was so cool to see people sharing these posts. Now to go to different businesses and see the Best in BA winner sticker on their door, to hear stories from people and how excited they were when they won and to be recognized. And that's where my heart is with all of it, is giving business owners a affordable way, which this year it was fully free for everybody who participated, minus some of our sponsors, which they're not sponsoring this, but I do want to shout out a few of them. We had sponsors from McGraw Realty, Hightower Tax and Accounting, Phoenix Financial, A New View Homekeeping. Who am I missing? Those were some of my big sponsors, and then a few category sponsors. So thanks to everybody who helped support that first competition financially. But I never want it to be about the money. Of course, we all know we got to make money to live. So, there will be ways that I'm trying to monetize this. And if you feel compelled to give or support, just know it's just myself. I have no affiliation with the city or any big financial donors. So just know that I'm not one to beg or ask for money. But if you find any value throughout the process or any value going forward, hey, I'll take anything that you're willing to give. That being said, into 2026, I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of ways that I want to take this business, this brand, branching off from being just a year-end competition. And what I want to be unique about this is if you have feedback, I want to hear it. If you have feedback, I want to hear it. If you say, I really hated this, I really loved this, well, deliver it in a nice manner, but I want to hear it. This isn't for me. This isn't for me to gain any notoriety in the city. This isn't for me to make, crazy amounts of money. I want to get this brand to a point where it's self-sustaining and I can outsource some of the work. I can have more people going business to business, doing video service. I can have all of that going on at the same time as, I'm running the competition itself. Like I said, I want this to be something that you feel like as a business owner, hey, I can have a part in this. I'm going to be hosting a first of hopefully many meetings towards the end of January. That information will be coming out here soon on our social media. And I really want to start laying things out as they're evolving, as they're growing, as they're coming to fruition, because I think that's cool. And I'm big on personal branding, and I'm big on, just being honest and sharing the story and sharing the journey. And, in all reality, it was hard this first year. It's hard. And, I don't have a lot of, ongoing financial support for Best in BA, and that's okay. But, going into 2026, I want to share more and more and more of the story, of the journey, so that you can feel like you are a part of it. And with those meetings, and forgive me, my brain goes and does a little loop, and then it comes back to it. But with those meetings, my initial goal for the first meeting is going to be get as many business owners, Broken Arrow business owners, in a room as possible, hear feedback about the competition, learn more about what works and what doesn't work marketing-wise in the Broken Arrow community, and then better tailoring my services to fit these, requests, these suggestions, these ideas. And then the meetings going forward, it'll be, my idea for the name right now is Best in BA Partners, right? I want to provide a way that business owners can get in a room together, have collaborative meetings, workshop ideas, talk marketing, talk what's working, what isn't. Let's be real, raw, and honest with each other as business owners. We're here to support each other. I've been to so many networking groups in the past where we go and nobody is honest, open, and transparent that their business is struggling. And man, what's worse than that, than being in a room of people who all care about you, but you don't feel like you can tell them that you're struggling in business. Not that we're just going to all be there complaining about how things are rough, but I want to create an environment where business owners can collaborate, they can share ideas, and they can ultimately support each other. I have a lot of thoughts of joint marketing efforts. Specifically the Rose District. And none of this that I share is ever going to be to call anyone out. It's just kind of how I see it from this perspective, is in an area like that, in such a fine-tuned area like that, there should be more collaboration from store to store. We all have a collective goal, which is to succeed in business, to drive more traffic to the Rose District, to drive more traffic to New Orleans Square, to drive more traffic to all these areas. What can we as business owners do to collaborate with each other? I mean, even if that comes down to, which I would love to see more and more of, what if we join some marketing dollars together? That's kind of what I'm trying to build for the Best in BA brand, is make a marketing engine that you can attach your business to. A marketing engine that you can attach your business to. So that's my idea with the Best in BA partners, is eventually these meetings become, there will be tiered options of membership, and none of them are going to be crazy out the water expensive. But it's going to give you an opportunity to leverage the Best in BA brand for your marketing, whether that is joint promotional material, whether that is like business bingo, whether that is emails to my client base, whether that is, you name it, businesses coming together and sharing that platform, videos of your business on my social media accounts, on the Best in BA social media accounts, and really just building this engine that is a trusted brand for, businesses in the community, a trusted brand that people can go to and be like, they have put me on to so many amazing business owners who have community impact. And another thing I'll say with the Best in BA brand, I never want it to be only about the money. I will say that again. I never want it to be only about the money. I have seen competitions. This is none near Oklahoma or anything like that. So I'm not knocking anyone here. If this is your model, I don't know. But I've seen competitions where it is not practically pay to win, it is pay to win. And you're basically, whoever can fork up the most amount of money is the winner. That will never, ever, 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 ever be my model. My model when I run the competitions, specifically the year-end competition, it will always be community votes. Whoever gets the most votes, they're the winner. That's it. I will never be, I'm committed to never be driven by the money, and to not let the money be the determining factor, and remembering who I have in mind for this. And there's a reason I have done so much for this competition for free. I mean, I pretty much broke even this year, which was just fine, but I do so much of this for free because I believe in the mission, which is to support the businesses in my community. And that is so fulfilling. It is so, so fulfilling. If I didn't have to make money, I wouldn't. But unfortunately, I have a mortgage payment to make and other things, and it's expensive to live in this country. But that's a sidebar. All that to say, my heart with the Best in BA competition is to lift up businesses who need a place to market themselves, giving them promotional materials. If they need someone to come out and film some videos, great. If they need someone to help strategize with them, great. If they need some other marketing services like Facebook ads or Instagram or Meta ads or Google ads, we can accommodate that too. But I really want the focus to be on organic driven content to the Broken Arrow community. Organic content to the Broken Arrow community through Instagram and Facebook. I haven't done a lot on TikTok, but probably should do some more on TikTok. But sharing that content and really getting honest and open feedback from the businesses who are participating, what they're looking for, what would help them. And, going forward, I even have some more ideas for extra competitions and monthly competitions and just different ways to honor and just spotlight other businesses who deserve it, who really deserve it. And, so many business owners that I've talked to and I've seen spend so much time making their business great that marketing is the last thing that they think about. But unfortunately, marketing is the most important thing with our business. And so much of that marketing, can be through word of mouth, but we can't fully control that. We can do amazing work, but there are so many people that I've talked to and I've seen where I eat at the restaurant or I shop at their store and I go, man, why is there no one else in here? This is a prime hour of the day. Why is it quiet in here? And what if Best in BA could help them? What if let's just dream with me here, guys. Dream with me for a second. What if Broken Arrow business owners, specifically, I mean, I love all you Broken Arrow business owners, but what if our creative Broken Arrow business owners met bi-weekly, and they helped build the Best in BA marketing engine? What if this was a place where people came and they're like, who should I hire for this? And they went to Best MBA. What if they're like, what events should we go to? Oh, this is a Best in BA event. Like, that's awesome, right? And back to my meetings, back to the Best in BA partners idea, man, if we could get the Best in BA brand to a point where people are more proud to partner with it than to win it, that would just blow me away. Let me explain what I'm saying. What if people were more proud to partner with the Best in BA brand because of what it does for the community versus the notoriety they can get through winning? What if we see more Best in BA partner stickers on people's doors than Best in BA winners stickers? What if we start seeing this brand around our community more and more and more? And what if we can, as a group, as a collective, as partners in Best in BA, what if we can give back to businesses who are struggling? Like, I have so many, my heart is to give. If I didn't have to make money, I wouldn't make money. Like I said many, many times. Sorry to bore you with that. But what if we could say, hey, we get, a request from someone like, our business is struggling, like we're going to have to shut down, we're going to have to close doors, or whatever it is. What if we as a collective could say, hey, we're not going to let that happen in our community. You are a cornerstone to our community. We are going to help you keep your doors open, whether that's through financial giving, whether that's through an event at their business, whether that is through us sharing their posts on Best in BA or on our own social media. What if we can really represent what it means to be a community? That's what my goal is, and that's what I really want to boil it down to. I think marketing agencies are amazing, but what I found, the more and more I was involved in I don't want to say generic, but the generic marketing agency model, ads, video, website, what I found is oftentimes it is inaccessible to those businesses who are really, really struggling. And those are the people who need it the most. I am so happy to help businesses who are thriving thrive even more. I'm happy to do that. But what spotlights our character and our community more than helping those who are struggling, helping those who need it the most? So that's where my heart is with all of the Best in BA competition and brand. And I really want, when these meetings come to fruition, I want it to become a place where businesses can be involved and have a voice in Best in BA. Nothing that I'm doing here with the podcast, with the videos, with the voting, am I 100% married to. Like, none of it. If you have a better idea to present to me that you think from your perspective would help your business or would help other businesses in the area, that's what I want those meetings to be. A place where we're not only talking about Best in BA, but we're talking about how, as a collaborative, can we truly help each other grow. I mean, the generic marketing or networking model is, we come, we share what our business is, we maybe say what you can look out for this week. But what if we were proactive and we're like, how can we as a collective market each other? How can we, whether that's pooling marketing dollars, whether that's content together, whether that's a lot more of a collaborative space where people can be bought into not only the Best in BA brand, but their community as Broken Arrow business owners. It's going to be exclusive. It's going to be Broken Arrow only. And I think that's going to be super cool. I mean, Broken Arrow is such a huge area. There are so many businesses in Broken Arrow, so many who are thriving and so many who are struggling. So the Best in BA brand is just starting. I mean, I started the idea in August, and right now it's only myself on the team. But I can't wait to grow it to even more people. And I don't even know if I introduced myself. My name is Jake Johnson, and that's where I say you're going to see my face on a lot of the Best in BA stuff, but I don't really want it even to be about me. So if I can get to a place where I can have somebody else doing all the promo, great. Like I love the ideas, I love all the ideation, I love all the community, the networking, the connecting. I love all of that. None of this is about me. All of this is about you. And yeah, I hope that shares a little bit more about what my goals are. I apologize. I'm all over the place. This is my first time ever recording something like this. So hopefully, I'll be able to organize my thoughts better going forward. But if you're a business owner in Broken Arrow and you're either hearing about Best MBA for the first time, or maybe you were part of the competition and you love the idea, or maybe you have some ideas to share with me, shoot me a message on Instagram, BestInBA, or you can shoot me an email at info@bestinba.com. If you would like to have a conversation with me, share some about your business, we can talk a bit about the community, we'll record it, and then we'll give you some content that you can share to your audience as well. So thanks for listening. If you made it through all the way to the end, I'll be shocked if any of you have. If you did listen all the way to the end, shoot me a message. That's pretty freaking awesome. All right. Love you guys. See ya.